So let's talk about somebody who is struggling in a relationship right now. You're in a relationship, you're struggling, you're confused, you're not sure where you go from here. You need to be able to stop and ask yourself some of the tough questions. Is this what I really want? Or let's put that same question a different way. What do I really want in a relationship? It's important for you to decide what you really want in a relationship. Because when you know what you want, you also know what you don't want. Is this person adding to my life or in any way? Do I really need this person in my life? Can I really do without this person? Is this someone that I want to spend the rest of my life with? You need to be able to answer those tough questions. The thing is, sometimes people have problems and difficulties in their relationship, and they think I've got to find a counselor to deal with situations. But you can be in a situation where you answer some of your own questions and concerns. And so if I'm counseling a troubled person or a troubled couple, I want to know, first of all, where you're at, what are some of the issues that you are having. And so once I understand what are some of the issues you're having, one of the next question I'm going to ask is, what do you want to happen in the midst of all that's happening? What do you want to happen? And people generally know, this is what I want to happen. And once you decide what you want to happen, one of the next question I'm going to ask is, what are you willing to do to make what you want to happen happen? Because the thing is, a lot of times it's about you in the relationship and it's not about me. So she did this. She said, what are you willing to do? And when you answer that question of what you're willing to do to make what you want to happen, then you need to also be able to answer the question of, what am I willing to give up or stop doing? Because we said early on, relationship is about reaching each other halfway. And some people want the satisfaction of an improved relationship, but they don't want to make any sacrifices. They don't want to give up anything. And you got to be able to answer those tough questions. Very important.
I think on the flip side, a great follow-up question would be, what do you want me to do? What can I do to help the situation? Do you want some time alone? Do you want to, regroup and come back to it later? Because we take for granted, I know how to solve the problem my way, but it's no longer about me. It becomes a situation about us. So it's just like taking that time to be like, this is what I want you to do to help the situation to get better. It's definitely something that would go a long way.
Exactly. What do you think, Brittany?
I think a huge part is being able to be open to doing something to make the situation better. Like you said, a lot of times people can just say, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, and they want to change what you're doing, but they're not really open to doing anything to make the situation better. They just want what they want and want you to do that. But when it comes to them, it's just like, oh no, I'm good, I'm fine.
Good. So it's got to be, let's reach each other halfway. Very important. And you get to be able to ask yourself some of the tough questions and answer some of those tough questions and see. You got to be able to be in a situation where it's not all about pleasing myself in a relationship. And so when you were single, it was about me and I. When you get in a relationship, now it becomes what? Us. So when you are making plans, when you're making decisions, when you're coming to those crossroads, it's about us. How do we navigate this? How do we deal with this? So this question about breaking up, making up, having heartbreaks, dealing with it, is one of those next challenge that we've got to talk about and deal with in this segment. Um, do not, I would say to people very straight, do not allow yourself to get so deep and so emotionally involved and you don't know who you are dealing with. You've got to be able to stop, get some facts, dig down deep, Chris, ask those tough questions, and don't allow your emotions to go wild. Because see, when those emotions get out, it's more difficult to get them back in. And I've had situations that I dealt with where people allow their emotions to get out, they get hurt, and then they lock down their emotions so tight that they don't even remember how to open it up back. And so if you've been brokenhearted and you've been through bad relationships and you've been through bad patches in your life, it's not the end of the world. And loving again and trusting again is very important. Some women say, you know what? About 3 guys have hurt me already. I'll never be in love again. And she dismissed all the men in the world with one word. All the men are, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. But guess what? I usually ask, how much men have you had that you dismiss all the men?
And is there any similarities?
How much men are in this world? So if 3 men hurt you, break your heart, does that account for the millions of men in this world? So if you've been through broken, see, what happens to some people seem to have like a particular spirit on them that attracts certain kinds of people. And so they get a cycle keep going on in their life. You've got to come to a place. I had to come to a place in my life one time where I asked the Lord, I said, Father, I pray that you scrape this particular situation off of me, because there was a particular kinds of people that were constantly coming my way and be attracted to me. And I say, you know what? I want something different in my life now.